Well, the luxury market still seems to be the strong segment of the real estate market right now in Steamboat Springs, with median sold price and sales volume being up compared to a lot of the other segments. Hi, this is John James with the James team at Remax Partners, and I'm bringing you once again another Steamboat market update. I hope a bunch of you guys got a chance to see the video I did with Chris Magnotta from Guild Mortgage, kind of going over buying power and with how the mortgage rates are. You can get more of a house even though the price is higher and have less payment. So that buying power is very, very strong right now. For the luxury market, that's not really much of an issue in that most people paying for 2 million plus homes are usually paying cash. So let's touch on some of that part of the market right now, because that really gives us, how much the luxury market does help affect the entire market overall. And the median sales price went up last year. As I said before, last year was 2.7 million, and now it's up to about 2.9 million, it's a 6.9% increase. Now here's the kicker on that. There were fewer homes sold, fewer properties sold. It went from 34 to 31. That's an 8.8% drop. So where does that come from? So if that median sold price is high and the number of sales is low, the dollar volume is definitely higher. And that's true here in that last year it was like 110.5 million for June of 2019. This year it's 111,574,700 million. And that's up 1%. So there you go. You get a little bit of an idea of kind of what the activity is. Let's maybe move into the availability. What's on the market, the inventory. Days on market, it is taking a little bit longer, as we've seen for the longest time, for everything to sell. It went from 175 days to 188 days. That's up 8%. But the two other factors here are month supply and active listings. Month supply normally for luxury properties is anywhere from 24 to 36 months. You gotta have a lot. You have a lot more inventory to move. You gotta find that niche buyer. But that's dropped from 27 months last year to 18.1 months in June of this year, and that's a 33% drop. So again, that's telling you there's not much inventory on the market. And the active listings really help confirm that. In that last year, we had 79 properties over 2 million, and this year, only 65. So that's a 17.7% drop. Looking into the value of things, you see the sales to list price ratio has increased a little bit. So if you're a buyer this year, it was giving you maybe 94.9% of that list price, where last year was 93.3%. As far as price reductions, there were 5 price reductions last year, 6 this year, so not much of a change there. And the back on market is there was 1 that went back on the market, fell out of contract in June of 2019. This year was 4. Again, we're working with a smaller sample size with all these properties. The big one though, is looking to the future, is pending listings. That is up 35.6%. Went from 45 in June of last year to 61 of this year. So a lot is moving. So if you're having pending listings, we can look for July to be a little bit, maybe a little bit higher in number of sales. Going back to number of sales, if we're going to look at how things have been moving since COVID, overall, the number of sales from March to June is down 18.4%. That's considerable. Now you tack that on to figure out a differential with March to June of last year, where it was up 14.7%. So we're looking at a 33.1% differential in the number of sales from period last year to period this year. That is pretty sizable, and again, it comes down a lot to inventory. The other part of that too is sales volume is down 19.5% from March to June this year. Compare that to March to June of last year, where it was up 18.7%. So there, again, that's an almost 40% differential. that's pretty sizable. There's just not as many listings coming on the market. It's a little bit smaller right there. But overall, the luxury market has still been doing well. So if you want to get a little bit more in detail in some of these, some of these numbers, I'd be happy to do that with you. Give me a call, 970-846-0797, or email me at johnjames@jamesteamsteamboat.com. We'll start getting into the type segments, single family, and then condos and townhomes. And then after that, we'll get into the area segments, the region segments like south, west, and north route. In the meantime, have a great summer. Hope everything's good with you. Stay safe.